Josje, and I am the spring gardener. Last year, I started working on a new vegetable and cut flower garden. My old vegetable garden was towards the back of our property, but I found it too far from the kitchen and my greenhouse, and especially in cold or wet weather, I would not use it that much, and it would get neglected. The new garden, although smaller, is located conveniently next to my greenhouse and is much closer to my kitchen than my old garden. And because I have to be there every day to feed the animals, it is much easier to keep an eye on everything and use the vegetables and flowers every day. I started by removing the large trampoline that was there in that spot, and then I put up a fence to keep the animals out because, of course, they'll eat all the vegetables I'm growing and the flowers. Next, I marked out the beds and the paths and dug them over. And I used my garden shredder to make wood chips for the paths, which is a bit of work, but not only can I clear up the cut branches from my trees and hedges this way, but the wood chips will eventually decompose and leave beautiful compost. A win-win, I think. Yeah, this happened. We had a big storm, and the glass, or one of the glass panels in my greenhouse blew out. So, and this is pretty thick glass. I never realized that it was that thick. So that'll be quite expensive to get a new one in. I'll have to contact my insurance. I don't know if that's covered actually. Storm damage. Yeah, it's a big mess in my greenhouse, but I'll have to fix it first and then clean it up. Ew. Actually, this blew over as well, but that's not a problem. This is just in temporarily. I have to fix this anyway. This rose, we call it a rose arbor, but I'm going to grow some stuff on there this summer or next summer. Do a little bit of weeding every day. There's a lot still to be done. But I've left the foxgloves, and I thought I was going to plant them somewhere else, but I decided not to because this is going to be a flower bed anyway. And so I'll just do it like that. And I'll have to do a bit more weeding because it's been warm this last week. Now it's not anymore because it's pretty cold and windy, but weeds keep coming up. So I'll have little bits of weeding to do in this bed as well before I start sowing. But I still have a month or so to go, or maybe even longer. But the foxgloves, they're huge. And my adorable ducks, well, they're not mine, they're wild, but they come every day and they live in my pond and they feed of the organic chicken feed. They're so cute. noises and he's doing the low duck sounds. They're adorable. We're nearing the end of February and it looks like spring is arriving. The temperatures are going up and I have here on my desk some lovely narcissus, tete-a-tete, and these are last year's actually. I had these out, they came in one of these little plastic containers and I've been a bit lazy and just left them in there. And normally I plant them out in my garden and these grow back really, really well. But I didn't do anything to them. I just left them. And a week ago I thought, oh, they looks like they're starting to come into flower. So I brought them in and look at that. Isn't that wonderful? It's doing so well. And I have another one. I left that one outside. So, because of course the temperatures are a bit warm in here. So once these have finished, I can bring the other one in on my desk. So today I would like to talk to you about my flower seeds. So last year I had some flowers for picking and I made little bouquets for the house and here on my desk and I really enjoyed that. And so this year I thought I'd plant some more flowers for picking and just because I really like them. So I already bought these sunflowers, Velvet Queen. I love that color. And this one, it doesn't have a name, it just says middle-sized red. And some, what are they called in English? I'll have to look that up. I forget. And some chamomile. This is real chamomile, so I can make tea from them. But also today, the rest of, because I've been ordering some seeds online and they arrived today. And this is I bought them from Janssenzaden. And they had a really nice selection. So, you know, I was quite happy. And then they came. And look. I mean, it's fine, but I was a little bit disappointed because there's no pictures on there. So I have to look at all the names. And I've already forgotten, for instance, what this is. So I'll probably have to make a spreadsheet, yeah, spreadsheet, but also a spreadsheet to remember what is what. These I do remember. I saw that on someone's video on YouTube, and really love those. So I'm ordering. I asked her what the name was of these, and she answered me. So that was, yeah, I'm looking forward to those. But I've got loads of them. Maybe I went a bit overboard because I'm not sure I have room for all of these, but we'll try. And I also have a tendency to be a little bit lazy, and so I buy bulbs or seeds and I never get around to sowing them all or planting them all. So, well, we'll see. I'll do my best. For a second there, I forgot the English name. Sweet peas, Lathyrus odoratus. I get that sometimes. I forget the Dutch name or I forget the English name and I'll only know the Latin name, or, you know, it happens. So what I'll do on my spreadsheet, I'll also put the English name on there and the Dutch name. It makes it easier for me. So let's show you the website. So here's their website, janssenzaden.nl. And then there's a menu at the top, and you can pumpkins, flour. There's an English one, I guess. Oh no, German. Not English. Pumpkins, flowers, vegetables, garden, shop, sale, news, blog. But I went to the flower page, and there are, let's see, it doesn't say, but I think there's like 16 or 18 pages. So I got my list here, and there's another one. So I've got two pages of, I bought 25 packs of seeds. We'll see how I deal with the sowing. Well, that was a few hours of work, but it's done. So I've got all the photos here on the left, and then the name and the description, or the names and the Latin name, the Dutch name, and in some cases it's the other way around, Dutch name, Latin name, and the English name. And there were quite a few that I'd never heard before. I mean, I know the flowers and I know the Latin name, but yarrow, I had no idea. Achillea millefolium. It's called yarrow. Well, that shouldn't be there. Seed. It's just yarrow. But anyway, so then I forgot a few here. Flowering time and a short description, and then seeding information, how to, when and how. And I also had a few that were some extra information in English. But yeah, there's quite a lot of them. And I've noticed that I ordered a lot of these rust, like a purpley and rust colors, which is interesting. Probably, and I really like this one. Daucus carota, Queen Anne's lace, ornamental carrot, and wild carrot, they're called in English. Beautiful. Maybe I can, Johnny's selected seeds. I really, really like that one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And it comes in a lot of different colors. I've also got a similar one in white. And they grow wild here in the on the side of the road, but the white ones. But I would really like them. Here's a quick peek in my greenhouse, and it's a complete and utter mess in here after I've been doing a lot of work on my miniatures, and I didn't have time for anything else basically. Some hay for the sheep, and there's some more hay in the corner here, and that's older hay, and the sheep don't like it anymore. So I will keep it because I'm using that to cover the ground when after I've planted the tomatoes, because most of the year I have tomatoes in here. Well, not most of the year, in summer. And here are some remnants of last year's tomatoes, and some peppers that never got harvested. I wonder if I can still do something with those. Use the seeds, maybe, but we'll see. And last year I didn't have that many tomatoes. I was too late and I didn't sow because I was, like I said, busy with some other projects. So I didn't have too much. Now, I do want to start on sowing some lettuce. And here's one that grew by itself. So that means it's the right time. They will germinate. And it's not too cold. But I'm going to grow lettuce and spinach here before I start planting out the tomatoes. So first job is to get this clean. My goodness, it's going to be a job. There's a lot more I have to do. Clean that up because I would like to grow tomatoes there as well, or tomatoes. And clean all this up. And about the washing of the windows, that took me a fair amount of time. So I always do this in, let's say, batches of 4 or 5 windows, inside and outside. And then the water is starting to get cold. So. And I noticed, and I know this path, it's an absolute mess. There's been a rat in here, and it's been digging under the path, and it's been, caving in. And I could tell when I was weeding here that there was a huge gap, huge hole here. So he's been in here, or she. Well, some more work to do. What you couldn't really see anymore, and mostly that was due to the fact that this rat was creating havoc everywhere, was that there is a lovely brick path here. You can see it a little bit. Running from the door behind me to the end here. And I'll have to relay it entirely. I thought I could get away with just doing a few parts, but I don't think that's going to work. So the other thing I wanted to do was create a little bit more space here to put some more tomatoes or some other plants. The other thing is that I have a lot of mare's tail in my garden. I've had it for, I don't know, it was here when we came here. And it really never went away. In some parts it did, but most of it didn't. And then over there in the corner, you can see those little green bits sticking out. And those are another part of the rat's activity. And I don't know where it got it from, but it's everywhere. It's sort of plasticky. I don't know what it is. But I'm trying to remove it, and it just sort of disintegrates when I try to pick it up, so that's not so much fun. So, a lot of work ahead of me, but I'll try to do a little bit every day. Oh, my tea got cold. I should have a little tea cozy to go over top of it, because when I'm ready to drink it, it's always cold. I brought one of my teapots out because I thought it was a good idea to make a tea cozy, and I thought it would be nice to knit one, actually, as I've just finished, or nearly finished. I still have to tidy up those ends, but finished that sweater or this jumper, and so I have something else to to do. I've never made a tea cozy before, and I thought it would be nice to make one myself, or to design one myself. So I started here, and I was thinking of making my greenhouse with not the gladioli, the narcissus or the daffodils in front of it. And I started here. It's not, I mean, I think this is too skinny. I think maybe the soil shouldn't be behind the here, so we'll see. It's just the beginning. And also, this is just an indication of the flower, but I think I will stitch the flower on, not knit it, but stitch it after I've knitted I think I might knit this, so the stems and the stalks and the leaves. Not the flowers, but we'll see. I think I measured my teapot, and actually I just used my sweater and I draped it on there, and counted how many stitches that was. I think it was 120, or well, 60, and then in the round it's 120, although that may be a little bit big. But I've got this wool left over from some other projects, and I really like this alpaca mix by Drops. They've got some really nice colors. Of course, I do have this one, but I don't have green, so, and I don't have yellow, so I may have to order a few more. I also got this left over from my sweater, my knitted sweater, and this is from Denmark, wool from Denmark. Very nice. And I think I might knit a little collar to go with that sweater, or maybe a small scarf or something. There's some hay stuck on there. So yeah, I'll just do that and continue with the design here and see if I can make something. I need more rows, so yeah, more green as well, but we'll get there. I finished the initial design, and as I said before, the yellow, I'll just stitch that on there with some yellow wool. And I put a little plant pot here. I don't know if I'll keep it there, because I think it might distract. It's a little bit cutesy. And if there's yellow flowers here, it might not be good for, it might just have to go. To keep it simple, I think it has to go. But I made the suggestion of the greenhouse in the background with the, I have an aluminum greenhouse, and of course the light gray is representing the glass. And I was going to do, like the reflection of the glass. And I just think it needs to be simple, and then some sky. And also, I'm not sure if the proportions are right. It's the right amount of stitches, but I'm not sure if the drawing in the proportions in the drawing are right. So I'll have to make a test and see how that works out. Well, I ordered the wool and it came in today. And as you can see, I think the colors are pretty close to what I designed. I didn't order this rusty kind of brown because I already had this brown. So I thought that would be good as well. But the green is quite good. it's called grass green, so that I thought that was funny. And the darker gray for the greenhouse, and the lighter gray for the glass. And then I have some yellow, and they did have another color yellow because I wanted, like in the narcissus or daffodils, they usually have, they often had, not always, 2 different colors. So then I ordered this darker one for the center of the flower, and this lighter, a softer yellow. Well, they didn't have that in the alpaca range, so I ordered this baby merino, which has the same gauge, so you can use that. Now the blue, also again pretty close to my design, but I'm not sure if I like it. It's very pale, so I thought, in the summer sky, often if I look at my pictures of summer skies or clear skies, it's often darker. So I think I'll go with this one instead of that one, but we'll see. Oh, because my plans have somewhat changed for my greenhouse. I decided to just quickly relay this path, and I mean, it's still wobbly. I didn't use a level. I just took them up and relayed them quickly. It took me about an hour and a half. So, because this side, there's still a lot of mess, and then I would have to clean all that up before I could do the path, and it would mean I could not get on with sewing on this side. So, and like I said, I have plans. I want to change some things in here, and that will mean that the path will have to be taken up anyway. So I decided I would just do it quickly now. I put some sand in between. I'll have to do it again tomorrow. Just let it settle for a bit. And it'll be fine. At least I won't trip. So, for now. There's more. Oh, this stuff. It's just everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Whenever I pull my rake through it, I see more. Turn around and I see more. Really annoying. Anyway. So that's it for today. Still have to do some more window cleaning. Well, there's lots to do anyways. But yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Here, underneath this bit of soil, there's a tile. We call them tiles. They're actually called stoeptegels, because all the sidewalks in the Netherlands are made of these tiles, these square concrete tiles, and you can get them cheaply, but they're very heavy, and they act as an edging for this this brick path. And there's some here as well on this side, but that rat did its job. Well, did so much digging that they've disappeared, but they're under there. They're quite deep. So I'll have to sort of dig those up again as well. Here, more green stuff. But I'll get there eventually. When I redo the greenhouse, I'll do it properly. I'm weeding this plot to prepare for my flowers that will be in here this year. And I pulled out a potato and it's fine, it's sprouting. We've had quite a bit of frost, but it's absolutely fine. So let's see, because I think there was another one here. Be careful. See there, it's sprouting. That's amazing. Oh, it feels like I must have forgotten about them. I don't know. Here's one. Look at that. It's coming up. And it's absolutely fine. I don't know if there's any more. Of course, they have been in the ground and not above the ground. So it may still, we may still get some frost. It's only beginning of March after all, even though it's like 15 degrees today, or 17 it's supposed to be, but that will be later this afternoon. But don't really want to dig much. I don't like to. Ooh, yeah, that was on part of the potato as well. I don't think there's any more in here, but maybe. Oh, there's one. Goodness me, yeah. Big one, and it's absolutely fine. I must have forgotten about this bit. Oh, here's another one. There we go. Beautiful. I wonder what they taste like. If they're still okay. Well, obviously I just forgot a few. Well, that's done. That was pretty quick. I just tacked it down with a little bit of thread, and it fits perfectly. It's really good. So yeah, feels good. The right thickness, and I only have a small teapot, so it's probably a bit too high, but it doesn't matter. Now the last thing I'll do is actually attach something here. And I'm going to attach a pom-pom to the top. And this will represent the sun. So the sun, the sky, my greenhouse, the flowers, the grass, and the soil. Yeah, I like that. So I'll just attach that, and I'll just attach it through all the layers, I think, of the inside as well. So it's a little bit more, has a bit more support, because if I just attach it to the wool, I think it will be somewhat wobbly. So I'll just do that. It's finished. I really like it. And it's warm. I can feel that it's warm. I like the flowers and little pom-pom. Now, of course, I have to try it in the garden. I still have a lot of clearing to do right there. there's a lot of nettles there, and I already cleaned that whole area there, and but still have lots to do. Now here there's loads of seedlings. I have no idea what they are. Yeah, there's a ton of them, but there's so many even in the hedge over there, so I can just, you know, take them out. Could be, oh, I think I know what they are. No, yes, oh, I know what they are. Oh, this is great. Yeah, I'll leave a few. Okay, this is, we call it leek without leek, or garlic with, yeah, leek without leek is the name in Dutch. Look zonder look. And I love that. It's a weed, but I really love it. It's like a spring weed, early summer. And they get, I think I have a few. Let me just go and check. Yeah, here's a couple that are bigger. And these leaves, they will get bigger, but they taste mildly of garlic. And what I do is I just pick a couple of these leaves, put them on some toast or a cracker or something, and I put some cheese on top, and it's absolutely love it. And in spring, of course, because they're so early, fresh leaves, and yeah, they taste wonderful. So I leave them in my garden because I love them, and they kind of disappear over summer. So that's what these are, and I'll leave a few around the edge. I've got plenty here, but yeah, I want to clear this area. And here I've got a bit of water in a cement bucket, and I want to move it because I want to use this space, so I have to dump it out. And it's been incredibly dry these last month we hardly had any rain, so I'll try to dump it over my flower bed. It's gonna be heavy. that looks a lot better. I'm still contemplating what to put here because I would like this to be a little seating area. I like this area here. Don't mind the noise in the background. There's a farmer. I think he's plowing or doing something. Anyway, yeah, if I put wood chips down, it's not very comfortable underfoot. I'm just worried that if I put grass down, which it used to be grass, there's still a lot of grass growing, that I won't be able to mow it as easily. But we'll see. I do like grass much more. Sorry, that made me laugh. There was a blackbird. He was flying. He wanted to fly past here, and he only spotted me last second. And he kind of scared him and flew back. But anyway, I am thinking of putting down some grass, just some, the ready-made grass, so I don't have to wait for it. And it's grown locally here, so it's not going to be, it's not too expensive, and it's a quick fix. So I think I'll do that. But what I wanted to do first, as I was so busy last winter, I didn't have time to do everything. I still have, trying to get that, I still have several bags of bulbs. Look at that. It's such a shame I didn't get round to planting them. I did plant a lot of bulbs, but yeah. So I'll just plant them really tightly in there and then see what happens. I hope they will flower. And they have started to sprout, so yeah. I'll just see if I can sort of force them in here, see what they'll do. Maybe they'll flower, maybe not. And I probably have too many, so I have to find another option to do that as well. I wanted to show off my tea cozy. It's so cute. And of course it works perfectly. What it was based on. And of course it's keeping my tea really lovely and warm. There. Also, what I really like is that the teapot and the teacup have these colors. Most of them are in the tea cozy as well. It's hot. The yellow and the blue. And there's some green in there somewhere. But really pleased. Well, with the tea cozy, that's just, I would love to make more. One for each teapot. I have several teapots. So. I love how close the color of the wool is to the color of the sky. Now I can see on camera the sky looks much darker, and I can't film it when it's close to the sun, but it's just almost spot on. It doesn't look the same, but it is. It's almost the same color. There. Nice and cozy and warm. That's it for today. It's getting dark. The chickens are about to fly into the trees to roost, so it's time to go inside. Goodbye.